Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by today. And we are back in Cattle and Crops, the farming experience. I thought I'd just start here and show you a little something in the options that's kind of interesting. If you go into your actual gameplay, alright, you've got a number of different things you can shift here, which is really nice, and I like the fact that you can change your field of views for not only first person, but also your cockpit camera, etc. But what's of interest here, if you go into difficulty, alright, you can set your physics realism right from arcadey, i.e. pure farming, to medium, i.e. farm sim, to hardcore, which is where we're leaving her. Collision level, I'm not too sure on. It's probably the only one that doesn't actually pop a tooltip. Alright, then you get a choice of whether you want to use, as Driz would call it, shuttle, or you can go manual or standard or automatic transmissions. You can have the handbrake come on whenever you jump out of a vehicle. Sell price points. You can also have so that bales will auto-collect to either your forks or your trailer. Clog. Ooh, interesting. So we can actually, sure. What's freeze? Oh, okay. So this basically will lock them once you pick them up. That's not a bad idea. Okay. So I just wanted to show you this to show you that there is a fair bit of customization for how you want to play. It doesn't have to be as hardcore as it may appear. But, I mean, you know, like I say, I think that's pretty much the way things sit. We've got pure farming sitting at a completely arcadey type of system, and then I think farm sim in between. And this, I think, kind of represents the opposite end of the scale. But I kind of want to use my controller here. So, let's, there we go. That's better. New mission. Okay, that's not what we want. What they'd like us to do is drive to the vehicle trader. So let's do that. I'm on the wrong side of the tractor. It helps if you go where the actual door handles so you can get into the dang thing. There we go. Look at that. Alright, now because I've changed some things, here we go. I'm just going to have to run this a bit first. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Just get an idea. Some of these, obviously only some of them. Touch. Okay, handbrake. Alrighty, I think we're good. I might actually have to leave that up for a little bit. So, and handbrake is left bumpy, and this, how do we know if it's on? Oh, there we go. There's a little red light on the dash, your handbrake, see it? And now it's off. Okay. So we are off to the vehicle trader. Oh, I need to know about actually shifting gears here. So, there we go. No, okay. Oh, and left bumper. Ooh, that's kind of awkward. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, gotta get rid of this, then we can get rid of that. Okay, let's make our way to the vehicle trader, shall we? This seems to think I'm on a road. There's 3. It seems to think I'm on this road, actually. I'm not sure what the turn signals are, so we're going to ignore those. Back up through the gears. How far does she go? C6, 7. Holy cow. Whoa, we're flying now. Holy smokes, we're flying. So I wonder what they got next for us. It's not bad, we're doing 50k. Whoa. Don't try that at home, kids. Uh-oh. Return to the farm and wait for better weather? Really? Oh, man. Drive to the farm. I wonder if they want me to leave this here or what. Doesn't really say, does it? Okay, that should have detached it. So, off to the farm. Whoop, I forgot. Neutral, and away we go. Alrighty. Let's head to the farm. Ooh, that's a really functional blind spot. Waddle up through the gears. So go to the farm and wait it out, huh? Alright, we're still running at 10x. But it seems to default to that every time you light it up. So I'm going to leave it at that, seeing as this is, just a waiting game. Anything behind us? No? Dang, now I got to go all the way back through the gears. One, neutral, reverse. There we go. Hard charging now. This is a wee bit of a drive out to the farm, eh? Oh, I guess we were supposed to yield. That was a highway. Oops. Well, that could have made a real short career, couldn't it? Smoke into the side of a vehicle on the highway. There we are. Be it ever so humble. And park her up here. Okay. Exit the Pareon. Alrighty. There we go. It stopped raining. Let's go back to the field and make sure it can dry evenly. Oh, was I supposed to keep that thing? It's a whole new day. Uh-oh. Dang. Could I wash my tractor, man? Yuck. It's kind of filthy. Drive to field 47. Oh man. I hope they don't want us to tether this again. Oh well. I don't imagine the game's going to be able to figure that out either. It probably assumes I did not drop that off like a twat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay then. You really do need to remember your brakies. But I have a feeling, since they're just making us drive to what is going to be a field with no implement, that this isn't going to work. Oops, again the wrong one. I want to pump this down. There we go. Woohoo! Amazing the amount of torque in this thing. We slowed right down and I still managed to keep going in 7th. Ooh, a roundabout, eh? Well, there's nobody coming. I'm going to gear down a little bit. Just in case we have to make a sudden El Stoppo. Because that was really difficult. I was leaning on them brakes and I didn't think we were going to make that stop sign. There we go. Back up to full. It's a little bit of a commute, let me tell you. Oh, there's a good looking corner. Wow. Wow. I guess they're just wanting us to cut through here. Okay. Now we need to get this down to 20%? Really? Oh, man. Here I'd hope we were going to get to do something else. So, yeah, we got to go back to the... Oops. That's not what I meant to actually do. We've got to go back to the vehicle dealer. So... Excuse me. Oops, I did not mean to do that. There we go. Alrighty, the vehicle dealer. Oops. Well, didn't realize that was, there we go. I believe it's right there. So, yeah, that's the vehicle trader. So how can I put a marker there? There we go. Okay. Oh, that's follow player, sorry. Okay. So, now, I guess that's what we need to do. Oh. Certainly doesn't seem to be any reason when you're empty to be down in like first, that's for sure. Oh. I guess there's openings through the bushes here so you don't crash through them. Okay, fair enough. Looks good. Oh, buggers, eh? Go ted the grass some more. Okie dokie then. You're only gonna pay me $5,000 for all this work? Man. Talk about farm sim being arcadey. I ought to get $20,000 for this. Alright, let's go get our darn implement. We're going to cut her across their lawn. There we go. Up. Lovely. Okay. Okay, I cannot see you, lad. Where are you? Oh, the thing's turning. No wonder it's doing weirdness. I'm trying to figure out why it's not lining up, no matter what I do. Okay. Oh, that was down. Sorry, go the other way. Okay, why will you not? Why are you unfolding? Don't unfold. Stop it. I guess because I lowered it, it automatically unfolds. Not what I wanted. Alright. Now, back to field 47. Oops. Hate that. Alright. Where is 47? 44. I bet it's this one. 46. Well, okay. 47. That's where we want to be. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do this. I keep forgetting you gotta turn that cursor off. Okay, now let's go get our job started. Oh, that was another yield sign, wasn't it? Oopsie. There we go. Just want to pull back a little bit in the chair. Just a little bit. So that's the field right there, actually. Why don't we just cut through here? Call it good. Alright. Now, let's go to the long side. Oh, here. We'll go over here just so it's satisfied that we've done the marker. Boy, I wish I'd cut that little piece down there. Okay. Oh, do I have to physically remove that, do I? Alright. There we go. Okay, now... get rid of that. Okay, cruise control. Right, now I remember. Okay, so let's get over to that far corner. Let's see where it sits currently after that rain. Did it waste all of our work? Because we were down to the 50%, eh? Yeah. Certainly raised it back up. Most of it looks like it's close to 60% again. So, well, you know, yuck. Okay. Go. A much slower, more methodical kind of transformer thing going on there than we had with the with FarmSim. You can see all the little actuators moving and opening and closing and doing all those things. It's pretty cool. Let's light her up. And, well, cruise control sets it to C3. And away we go. Shadows aren't quite so crazy this time of day, so not bad. I'm just going to use what I assume are those tire tracks as rough guidelines. And, well, at least for getting kind of parallel lines more or less going on. Now, does this thing care if I shift? I can't. Okay, so cruise control has actually locked it into the C3. Interesting. Of course, that's a bit of an issue, is you can't see those lines all the way to the end. So, alrighty then. Yeah. Alright. Nice turning radius, so I don't even have to come off cruise control to get back on my line. I like that. I do. Oh yeah, can't see those lines in here. But these things seem to hold really steady and straight, which is nice. Oh, I'm gonna need some fuel here pretty soon. I'm still running on that original tank, and we're down to our last 50 liter. I mean, that sounds like lots of gas, but heck, if I had 50 liters in my car, I'd have 2 buckets filled in the back seat, but in fact, more than that. So I wonder how many times this will take. It took, to get it down to this state, I don't know if I told you guys, basically it was, now again, I'm probably doing this in a rather mucky-to-dash fashion, but it took a day and a half, or 2.5. It ended up about 1 o'clock in the morning, the little bell went ding, and told me to drive back to the vehicle store because it was at 50%. So it took a lot of in-between time, that's for sure. A lot of in-between time. But understandable. I mean, you know, if you've ever been out in freshly cut grass that's, especially when it's been rained on, it's a pretty wet mass, man. You know, you can understand that it's going to take a fair bit of exposure to get it to dry. I imagine if it was a really warm, windy, you know, like Australia type warm. With a good wind going, it would probably be able to pretty much count that that first row would be dry by now, and I could go back and flip it again. But I would imagine in normal climates, where you're running a fair bit of a humidity factor to start with, it would probably take you actual days. So, bring in the hay. I'd love to bring in the hay. You guys went and made it rain. Otherwise, we'd be bringing in the hay. Well, actually, I guess not. If they want it down to 20%, we were still only down to 50, so. I wish they'd give an indicator, though, of how long they want you to wait between teddings. You know, I mean, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours? Don't know. I guess this is the something you just got to muck with a little bit until you get the best result. But it'd be kind of a hard thing to fine tune, you know, especially when you're basically picking a random starting point, you know. You could start with 2 hours, but how would you know if nothing had changed at the end of 2 hours, whether you were wasting your time or whether it was actually just time to TED again? Yes, there are so many questions and so few answers. But this is, I'll tell you, if nothing else, I'm certainly happier that I backed this on Kickstarter than I did Gold Rush. Not to say that that's a bad game, it's just it's had so many issues during its comeuppance, you know. Whereas, to be honest with you, I mean, other than weird things when they were trying weird things here, like when they first got the AI going, so you could basically jump in a harvester or a forager and traipse around the field, and whenever you were done, the AI helpers would automatically come along and empty your machine. That was a little bit of a barrel of monkeys when they first introduced it. But then again, you can see how something like that is not exactly your, you know, hire a worker and have him go up and down the field 103 times till he's done. Considerably more complex stuff going on. I mean, it all boils down to numbers, but there's a lot more equations to figure out. And yeah, they would mess up. They would do things like get in the way, and then every time you try and get out of the way because they're supposed to be getting your harvest from you, they would basically keep getting in your way, trying to get at your pipe. You know, so there was ways around it, and you could sort of figure out how to get it to work. But they got that straightened out. Now it actually does work. If you're out harvesting a field and you have a couple of tractors and trailers standing by, they will, in an orderly fashion, come and unload you. So it's some pretty smooth stuff, I tell you. Yeah, I'm not sure what I changed in the graphics settings, but I'm much happier with the way things are showing up here. I mean, the first time we came to this field, we couldn't really tell where the heck the field was, leave alone what was or was not being tedded. They still can't really tell what is or isn't being tedded. There might be 8-foot gaps between some of these rows. Others I might be going over and over and over. I don't know. I don't know. But if you expect perfection, you think you're on the wrong channel. Alrighty. And that will be TED 1. Get this last little corner. Time is at 8:09. Alright. Well, at least they started us back early in the morning. Well, I'd say early in the morning, but, you know. Okay. You're just going to sit there and TED that until I get out of it, aren't you? Come on. There you go. Okay. So, I think we'll just get back into it. Whoa, where you going, dude? Don't be running around like a mad monkey. Come on. Let's see where we got her. Don't do that. 53.50. So yeah, this is, this ain't gonna happen overnight, I'll tell you. So, 8 o'clock, let's go to about noon, shall we? Look at my shadow swinging around me. Look, Mom, a sundial. Get out of the field, boy, the sun's getting to you. Alrighty. Boom, boom. There we are. Excellent. So now, alright. Alright. Definitely an improvement. She's going down. We're a long way from 20%, but you know. Yeah. Oh, am I actually on pause? I think I am, aren't I? Oops. No, now I am. Okay. It was just lit up, so. Didn't want to be at a dead stop. That's not going to get us anywhere. Upsie. Let's get back to that long end. I don't like the fact that the sky still looks dark. Like, I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna rain again. This is not gonna make Species a very happy boy. No siree. Okay. Tether away, fella. Alright. Let's, boom shakalaka. Away we go. Yep, you're tedding the heck out of that. Good to see. A little sip of me coffee. I can't believe I'm actually getting used to drinking oat milk in my coffee. Man. Who knew? It's actually pretty good. That's just sad. Just, oh, whoa. That was a little bit of a freaky transition, man. Okie dokie. The game's still got a couple of graphical issues to work on. But, by the same token, let's keep in mind that I am running a little GTX 1050 Ti, so not exactly known for their amazing graphic power. Oh, which kind of brings something up. As the first of the month has just come and gone, I've noticed that a lot of you are still, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, but still subscribing to my Patreon channel. I really do appreciate it, but as I mentioned before I shut down, I don't expect you guys to continue with regular subscriptions. You know, I basically left the Patreon running in case for one reason or another someone wanted to make a specific donation. I'm not saying I don't love the fact that there is money there and that, you know, you guys are being this helpful. It's great. It's mind-blowingly awesome. And I'm planning on saving every penny that does appear, and hopefully at one point I'll go, hey, I just got a new RX 580, we can actually see good videos. But yeah, to those of you that just continued their subscriptions, even though I did shut down and come back up, a really deep, heartfelt thanks. It's difficult enough in these times to get by sometimes. When you're on a very limited, restricted income, it's even more difficult. And having health issues crop up on top of it, that, you know, oh, here's money for this prescription and money for this chiropractor and blah, 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 blah. It does make it even harder than it, you know, was originally planned on being. So again, from the bottom of my heart, I deeply, deeply thank all of you that just went, oh well, we're just going to continue to subscribe. You're amazing, folks. You really are. Absolutely amazing. At any rate, yes. And I noticed that the price of graphic cards is getting actually almost reasonable. Well, I mean, it's obviously not reasonable. They're still charging ridiculous amounts of money for what you get, but... And there are still exceptions, obviously. The latest and greatest flagship models at running over $1,000 is kind of ridiculous. And I don't mean specialized things like Threadrippers. You know, I mean just... Not that, you know, CPU pricing, well, I don't know. I think it is in a small way sort of linked. They do seem to rise up and down at, you know, similar rates, CPU pricing and GPU pricing. But yeah, GPU pricing is definitely getting better. And I don't think it's just the change in the amount of them being swiped up by miners. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's been a few reasonably major card releases lately, and I think some of the, quote, older generation stuff is finally starting to get a little bit of a markdown. Amazing how long it takes compared to other things, you know. But it does. Well, I think we'll finish this once more, and then we'll hit another quick 4-hour drying session and see what it leaves us at, because I don't really want to do 10 runs of the same tedding over and over and over here on screen. I had no idea they were going to put us through this a second time. Mean buggers. But I think maybe they're just trying to push home the fact that, you know, we're not quite as family friendly as Farm Sim. You're going to have to get out here and get your hands dirty. So, and if that means you've got to ted the same field 12 times to get your hay to dry, well, boy, get in your tractor, grab your tedder, and get busy. I mean, this isn't all that big a field. Now, can you imagine in Farm Sim, from cutting to having bales in your barn? We would have already done all of that probably by about now in the episode. Whereas this is the third episode dedicated to field 47 and its amazing crop of grass. Makes you wonder what sort of a treat we're in for when we get to real crops. But I guess we don't have to worry about them drying. They have dryers in the silos for that, I think. This is kind of a pretty little map. Now, obviously, again, because of graphics restrictions, I don't have it turned up to the point where we've got grass more than a couple 100 feet away from us, and the rest of it looks like fairly flattish textures. But again, I'm sure if you're running a little bit more of a competent potato, you would see glorious, glorious shrubberies and grasseries to the end of the horizons. Man, I hope we get this job done on the tank of fuel. Like I say, they're only paying me $5 grand for this. I wonder what it's going to cost me to gas up this tractor. Alright, we seem to be having an issue here. Yeah, boss. There we go. Whatever it is, we got over it. Okay. Isn't it weird, eh? I don't recall telling it to fold. Well, it seems to think I did, so what the heck, right? Alright, let's have a look here, shall we? Alright, we're down to 45, so that did pretty good. That did pretty good. Let's hit her up with a little bit of drying. Let's go to, say, 4 o'clock. Well, there's some of them crazy shadows. Alright, let's see how it's doing now, shall we? Alright, 38 to 44, so it's doing pretty well, actually. So, I'm going to go give this one more spin, and, but I think for the most part, it's some pretty decent stuff, isn't it? Look at this. And look at the dirt caked down into the treads on the tire. You know, pretty nice. Yeah, they're definitely doing a pretty good job. I am impressed. Alright guys, I'm going to call the episode there. So, really hope you enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. Get into the right side of the tractor, dopey. There we go. Remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and, of course, ring the notification icon if you'd like to know what's going up when. But beyond that, this has been Species 7 for Cattle and Crops. Take care of each other, and ciao.